Coming up on Eagle Vision News, Gen Z's influence on the 2022 midterm elections.
Highlights of Biola's annual Calf's Giving.
And all the latest on the 2022 American Music Awards.
All this and more coming up on Eagle Vision News.
Earlier today, both.
Welcome back to the 5th episode of Season 8. I'm Olivia Yatooma.
And I'm Jeff Woolson. Olivia, I want to know your craziest Black Friday story, if you've been.
I actually have never been Black Friday shopping, which
I know. Some story that is.
Shameful. I love shopping, but I've just never been. I should perhaps try online shopping maybe for Black Friday.
Cyber Monday is going to be a couple days after that, so I like doing that. Less hassle, less,
You're
less
a Cyber
people.
Monday shopper?
I can be at times.
Okay.
I can be, but I don't mind going out and people watching on Black Friday. That's going to be fun.
I'm more excited for Christmas time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not as excited for Black Friday, but more just the Christmas season. And speaking of Christmas, there is some fun Christmas events coming up at Biola. Well, the Christmas season is quickly approaching, and if you're like me, Christmas music is already on full blast. To kick off the month of December, Biola's Christmas tree lighting takes place on Friday, December 2nd from 4 to 8:30 p.m. The Christmas tree lighting is one of Biola's biggest and most beloved traditions that is appreciated by thousands of people each year. The 2021 Christmas tree lighting was one of my favorite memories from my time at Biola, so I cannot wait to once again listen to Biola's Conservatory of Music, sip hot cocoa with my friends, light candles, dress in Christmas colors, and watch as the Christmas tree lights up Biola's campus.
History was made on Monday as Olivia Picardo is the first woman to make a Division I baseball roster. Olivia, who is 18 years of age, was officially added to the Brown University's baseball roster as a utility player after trying out for the team in the fall. Picardo plays middle infield and pitcher and made the team as a walk-on. Picardo previously played for the United States Baseball Women's National Team as a two-way pitcher and outfield. She said in an interview, "I'm just really glad that we're having more and more female baseball players at the collegiate level, and no matter what division. It's just really good to see this progression." Olivia hopes to motivate younger girls in the future as she is paving the way for the next generation. We're all rooting for her.
The 2022 midterm elections have come and gone, and the fate of both the House and the Senate were widely dependent on the future generation, Gen Z. Gen Z played a crucial role in electing the current 535 members of Congress. Reporter Hope Lee has more on how Gen Z made their voices heard this past November 8.
This past midterm elections, Gen Z played a huge part in stopping a predicted red wave, according to analysts. People aged 25 and younger make up Generation Z, and according to NBC's exit polls after the election, Gen Z made up 12% of the voting population, similar to 2016 numbers. However, the Gen Z group leaned more left than any other age group. Research director for Clean and Prosperous America, Bill McLean, predicted that Gen Z would be a force for change when he spoke to CNBC in 2020. Quote, "The millennial generation was the most diverse generation in the history of the United States, and then Generation Z came. And Generation Z is the most diverse generation in the history of the United States. And I think you're seeing that play out in voter preference." End quote. Eagle Vision spoke to Biola students about whether or not they decided to vote and if they thought their vote made an impact in the past midterm election.
I did a lot of research, and I've never thought that I wasn't going to vote. I've always been pretty encouraged to do so by my parents and stuff, so.
Yeah, my family and friends always encouraged it too, right from the moment I was able to vote. So yeah, it wasn't really a question for me.
As our 2022 midterm elections come to a close, it is apparent that Gen Z has made their voices known in the voting world. Generation Z voters demonstrate the importance of preparing and researching for Election Day as they participate in our democracy. I'm Hope Lee, reporting for Eagle Vision News. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you so much, Hope. I have to say, Gen Z killed it in the elections. They made it so much closer than I thought it was going to be, and especially in Georgia, too. Wow, it's going to be great.
It was really nice to see everyone on Biola's campus, too, getting involved, making their voices heard, and voting. I'm really proud of us. But, I have to say there is so much else to be thankful for this Thanksgiving season. The right to vote, fellowship with family and friends, the Thanksgiving turkey.
Oh, the Thanksgiving turkey.
Yes.
That's right. I know Calf's Giving had a great Thanksgiving turkey. Isn't that right, Mackenzie?
It was incredible. I actually have some more details for you guys.
Oh, please do tell.
Biola students came together for CAFsgiving on Thursday, November 17th from 4:30 to 8 p.m. The CAF was filled to the brim with students ready to get their taste of the CAF's rendition of a Thanksgiving feast. The meal consisted of all the Thanksgiving classics: turkey, cranberry sauce, stuffing, green bean casserole, pumpkin pie, and there was even an appearance from a delicious berry cobbler, my personal favorite from the night. Serving the food was not the typical CAF staff, but Biola professors who were eager to take the opportunity to put on a chef's hat and serve some students some potatoes and gravy instead of grading their papers. CAFsgiving was the perfect time for students to sit together before they all part ways for Thanksgiving break. And of course, it's the men's favorite time of the year because it's totally normalized to eat 6 plates of turkey and mashed potatoes. There was even leftovers being served at the CAF the next morning, just like you would probably be eating for breakfast at home the morning after a wholesome Thanksgiving dinner. If you missed out on the best meal of the year at the CAF, don't worry, because it will be sure to roll around the same time next year.
Thank you so much, Mackenzie. I wish I could have been there. The food looked incredible. How was it for you?
It was so good. I cannot wait for next year.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same. Got to graduate. But this Thanksgiving dinner and meals remind me of Thanksgiving football.
Okay.
And football last week was terrible in Buffalo. The game actually got canceled in Buffalo and had to get moved to Detroit because of the weather.
I could act like I care, but I didn't even know there was a Bills game, did you say?
Bills
last
game,
week?
yes.
But Detroit, hometown.
Yes, Detroit hometown.
Perfect.
Regardless, the weather is kind of tough out there.
It is really tough out there. Well, reporter Fashion Castillo has all the updates on this week's weather.
Yes, I can definitely see why they moved that football game to Detroit. As you can see, there's heavy snowfall here in Buffalo. They set a record of over 16 inches in a day, which is very high compared to the previous record of 7 inches. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what the temperatures are like here in La Mirada. We are starting off the morning with 53 degrees before moving into the afternoon of 71 and then the evening of 51 degrees. For those of you who like to see the sunrise, it's going to be at 6:31, and then also sunset's going to be at 4:46 p.m. So a little bit earlier in the day for those of you who like to get inside and do an evening activity. We're looking at our national outlook. We're going to see those cold pockets coming in from Canada. So over here in Minnesota, we're going to see some of our coldest temperatures. You're also going to see a few cold temperatures here in Maine, with lowest being 19 degrees. Over in Southern California, we're going to have our pretty average 70s temperatures of 75. So with that, we're going to look at our weekly outlook being 78 on Monday and Tuesday, and then maintaining that mid to high 70s for the rest of the week, with 75 and then a high of 81 on Thursday. Going into the weekend, we're going to see 79, 71, and 69 on Sunday before finally starting to cool down the following week with 67 on Monday. Back to you, Jeff and Olivia at the desk.
Thank you, Fashion. Let's get into this week's What's Trending, which is all about music's biggest night of the year, the American Music Awards. The AMAs took place at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles on November 20, and it was hosted by television personality Wayne Brady. To highlight a few memorable wins from the night, New Artist of the Year went to Dove Cameron, Favorite Male Pop Artist went to Harry Styles, Favorite Male Country Artist went to Morgan Wallen, Favorite Female R&B Artist went to Beyoncé, and Collaboration of the Year went to Elton John and Dua Lipa. But the most memorable wins of the night went to none other than Taylor Swift. Swift swept the AMAs, winning all 6 awards for which she was nominated. 3 of her awards came from her work on the album Red, Taylor's version, which includes Favorite Country Album, Favorite Pop Album, and Favorite Music Video for the 10-minute short film All Too Well, Taylor's version, starring Sadie Sink and Dylan O'Brien. Taylor Swift also won Favorite Female Pop Artist, Favorite Female Country Artist, and the top award of the night, Artist of the Year. While accepting the AMA for Favorite Pop Album, Swift said she never expected or assumed her re-recorded albums would mean anything to fans, so she thanked those who helped her spend hours in the studio recreating Red. For her final win, Swift paid tribute to the fans once again, stating, quote, "I have the fans to thank essentially for my happiness, and I love you more than I can say," end quote. The final 30 minutes of the AMAs was an extended tribute to Lionel Richie, the recipient of the Icon Award. The Icon Award is given to an artist whose work has produced a global influence over the music industry. The 2022 American Music Awards was a night impossible to forget. And you know what else is impossible to forget? College football. My anchor Jeff has all the latest.
This last week for the top 4 college football teams wasn't exactly a walk in the park. A lot of suspense filled last Saturday and had a lot of die-hard fans on the edge of their seats. Did these teams escape with a win? Let's find out. Georgia versus Kentucky, Bulldogs visiting the Wildcats, and it was all them dogs on Saturday. Dogs running over cats, universal fact, but that's a topic for another game. The Dogs, Georgia Bulldogs, established the run game early and executed a late 247 yards on the ground when Alan Jackson rode freight train. He was watching Kenny McIntosh 19 carries, 143 yards, and 1 touchdown. The number 1 team takes care of business on the road. Georgia wins 16-6. All right, we're going to Ohio State versus the Maryland Terps, visiting their neighbors in the East. This game is a lot closer than the Bucs had imagined. Stroud converts on a big 3rd down to Emeka Mbuka. They try to run it on 3rd down here with Dallas Hayden, but they don't convert late in the 4th quarter, so they try to go for a field goal. Noah Ruggles, 45 yards. He's got it. There's a little Ronaldo there. See? Yeah, we love that. Terps trying to get something going late. 15 on the clock. Not quite. Ohio State's defense putting the game on ice with the scoop and score. Yeah, that seems to be the mood for the Maryland Terps. Ohio State wins 43-30. Let's go to the big house. Michigan at home against Illinois. Under a minute, 4th and 3 season on the line. Yeah, pick that up. No big deal. J.J. McCarthy now, 1st and 10. On the pass to Ronnie Bell. Incomplete, but hold on. There's a flag. That's pass interference. Sets them up in field goal position, and the rest is history. Michigan avoids the upset. Survives at home 17-19. Keeping their college football playoff hopes alive. All right, tension in Waco, Texas. TCU Baylor, one of the most stressful moments of my life. Max Duggan, keeper, into field goal range. Gotta hurry up. Frogs now draw a run on 3rd and 7. That's not gonna get it done. It's 4th down. The clock's ticking. Gotta hurry up. They've practiced this before. No panic. Kicker comes in late. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The kick. Griffin Keel. Are you kidding me? Anyone else need an inhaler? The slipper fits for the Frogs. TCU wins 29-28.
To close out our show, reporter Gigi Fierro hits the streets to ask Biola students about their Biola wrong answers only. Take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Gigi, and I am on the street. Today, we're going to be asking Biola students questions, wrong answer edition. All right, let's hit the streets. Hi, I'm here with
Tim.
Yeah, what do you do for work?
I work at McDonald's, actually. McDonald's needs a lot of portraits.
Oh, nice. We need that Big Mac to look extra big. Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Gigi. I'm here with
Nolan.
Emily.
Olivia, if you don't know me already.
All right, Nolan. Nolan, wrong answers only. What's the best sport on campus?
I'd definitely go table tennis for sure.
Oh, okay. Got you. Emily, what year are you?
I'm a freshman.
Okay. What are you part of Eagle Vision?
No.
Hi, I'm here with
Danielle.
Danielle. How much is it to go to Biola? Wrong answers only.
Oh my gosh, $1 million.
It might be a right answer, actually. All right. Wow. We got some right answers, wrong answers, and people who were just straight up confused. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Gigi on the Street. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can go to my Instagram at GGFair01 or just show Eagle Vision some love at Biola EV on Instagram. With that, send it back to the desk.
Thank you so much, Gigi. And Jeff, I have a Biola only wrong answer question for you.
Oh boy.
Okay. Is ring by spring a popular term used at Biola?
You know, no, not at all.
No?
Whatsoever. Not even the traditional ring by spring. Not popular.
Especially not at Christian schools, right?
Definitely not.
No.
Definitely not. All right, I got one for you.
Okay.
It's not that fun though. Mine's kind of lame, but
Okay.
I'll still give it to you. What's the best way to not get sick?
I can make your lame question a great answer if you
Okay.
would like.
Yeah. Dissing my question.
I think the best way not to get sick is to impersonate Buddy the Elf and take all of the gum from like the bottom of a shoe or the street and just put that in your mouth.
Simple.
Simple.
That's how you don't get sick around the holidays.
Yes. And
Pretty
if you
much.
haven't watched Elf already this Christmas season, please do that. It's my favorite movie of
Do
all
it.
time. Yeah. Well, that is all that we have for you this week. And thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled for the last episode of Season 8. I'm Olivia Yatooma.
And I'm Jeff Woolson. You Eagles have a great week.
Earlier today, both